Your microphone is selected. What you mean no microphone? Select. Stop. Oh man, there's no microphone. Mic check. Mic check. Oh no. Oh, see, this is some bullshit. What's up, folks? I'm on trying to shoot this video with this presentation, and for somehow my audio is not working. Eh. Okay, now we up to speed. Okay, peace, peace, and greetings. All right, now we up. Now we can. We cool. We cool. Peace and greetings. This is called Voodoo to Clowns. Look, ride through this with me right now. I'm getting my presentation up. Come check us out on panopto.com. PANOPTO to get the full version of these videos instead of just me talking. So I have a display of everything that's coming out of our mouth. We have the history, we have the culture, we have the religion, we have the proof, we have everything that we've been sharing with you guys. We have the photos of it, we have the writings of it, we have the books and information. And so that's very important when we get it on these on these videos and streaming and podcasts. And we just getting up here chit chatting with each other and not exchanging physical information that we can bear witness to what we're looking at and say, you know what, I've read it for myself. Now I can process that for myself. Big ups to YouTube and to all the followers. Thank you for for y'all support. Support meaning um, for watching our videos. I'm quite sure you've been sharing and been talking about it. Thank you. Big ups. Big ups to you guys on Facebook. Thank you. Another week at 5,000 plus and friends. Thank you. So this is all about the glory of the Most High Yah. And so we're going to get into it. Heavenly Father, we thank you for waking us up. We ask you to protect us as we go to and from our destination. But before our feet touch the ground, please protect us from ourselves. Protect us from our ignorance, from what we know and from what we don't know. Help us to renew our mind and our spirits. We ask that you would protect our friends and family as they go to and fro. Give them a new heart and mind. And even our enemies, those who want to be our enemies, we don't even know that they're our enemies. Even though we seek not to create any enemies. We ask us that you protect us from them, but protect them as well and heal them. By the power of the Spirit we come, but to the power before we not we say thank you. Say la. Got to ask for permission, family. Got to. Straight up. I like my mom just left out. Some people say, well, why you live with your mom? Because all my mom the fuck she got. You fucking clown. But that's why this is called Voodoo and Clowns. And once again, it's this little piece of hair, man. I don't know how much I don't know how much I put on him, man. Ever since he's a little one, right? He growing, right? He just keep. I don't know, man. I don't know what's with this guy. I don't know. But yeah, I'm noticing a pattern in the so-called black community. Now, I'm not saying that it's another pandemic in in the social structure of black communities, but I'm seeing it grow, and it's called abandoning your elders. Scriptures say, "Honor thy mother and thy father." Your grandmother and your grandfather is the ones to be honored as well. And now that you're older and your mom is older and your grandmom is damn near in the fucking grave, your granddad almost in the fucking grave, you're wondering when they die how much you gonna get. You fucking clown. You wizard. Now me personally, I don't have anything to say for or against voodoo and being a clown. Or about your circus tent or your house or your dwelling. Me personally, don't care for it or don't care against it. I'm not even in the middle on it. It's just, that's where it's at. Okay. As long as I don't touch it. What Moses says, do not eat from the tree of good and evil, right? Speaking of which, let me pop this in this screen here for you guys. Hold on, for you guys on YouTube and Facebook, you can't see it, but I will post the video sometime. So you're part of the video right now. I'm in a limited space. I'm in a limited uh, with all the resources that I have. So we're going to make best of what we have here. So those who are not seeing the presentation, if you would bear with me for a minute as we continue on this journey on this other world here. So I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen with these folks here. Blow it up. Okay, we'll find this "Do Not Eat from the Tree of Life" flick. And I'm glad I figured this out right here. Those who was watch this other video with the presentations, because I'm really literally starting from scratch, and so my presentation game should be way better than where it's at now. But it's doing pretty well good where it is now, for the simple fact that we was able to even start it up again. You know, family. All right, Voodoo to Clowns. So that was one thing I had noticed about our community. Here we go. This is for these guys here, where it says this. Let me blow that up. Tree of life, eternal life. God's knowledge, God's righteousness is the tree of life. Now, for those who like voodoo and being clowns, here's your tree. The tree of good and evil. Human knowledge, and it says something at the bottom, equals sure death without the Most High. So the tree of good, yeah, it's good to have some knowledge of that. But the evil part of what you use in your humanism without the righteousness or the tree of life is death. But what you felt what's in this photo, right? When I posted, family, is that there's a box and it's gonna be cut horizontal, on a diagonal. But what it said was God's knowledge, God's righteousness, the tree of life. But the tree of good and evil is a different motherfucking tree. And this brings us to voodoo and clowns. How you doing, Mr. Fantastic, with the color here? We're going to show you your unrighteousness, and you don't have the right to the tree of life, and you're forfeiting your inheritance. All right, so we're going to get this down. And we're going to leave that there for these people who are going to be listening before I can really get into it. I've been watching and hearing and reading quotes and comments and things like that. That's what I do. Y'all call it trolling, whatever. But that's a demonized way. That's a demonized word. For somebody who's checking or fact checking, hood check, chin check, what's coming out your mouth, which really inside was really your motivation. So we notice the tree of life, and there's a tree of good and evil. I know there's a tree of oranges and a tree of apples. I know there's a tree of ones and zeros and a tree of teens, 15, 16s, 19s. You only get 13 to 19. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So it's only 7 digits in the teens. Limited. 0 to 9, what? That's 10. You're missing 3. So if you're not in the tree of life, right, mathematically, but you're in the tree of good and evil, then you're missing 3 parts. So that's the third that'll be taken where? You get that? That would be the third. See, when you put the 0 to 9, which is the perfection, which is the tree of life. No, but you want the tree of good and evil, your knowledge. You want to be in the teens or the preteens. After you became after 9, now you want to go to 10. You're like, all right, I'm this. You get to 11, you're like, oh shit, this feels good. You get to 12, you're like, shit, I'm feeling myself. Now you're in your puberty stage, 12 years old. Now you become a teenager. But notice the teen didn't start till 3 days later. So the knowledge of humans didn't start till what? 3 days later. On the day that the human got his wisdom was 3 days later. Because he became what? A teenager. When do teens start? 10, 11, 12. What? Come on, let's say it together. 13, 14. See, school children, we can all fucking count, huh? So in the tree of good and evil, you are a fucking teenager. You feeling yourself in your puberty stage. And I got somewhere it says, the Book of Coleman Bible, that humans was just babies. Compared to what? And so these babies are stuck like drug addicts in their what? Their last state of mind. Literally, all humanity. So these teenagers who like the actual third stage of the completion of life, which is the tree of life, is 0 to 9, which is the total completion, 10. Let's do it again. Let's do the numbers. Get the picture. 0 to 9, done. That's 10, easy. Now after you get your perfection state, now you birth into a new consciousness. You birth into a new consciousness now. You're coming out the womb into a new light. Coming out of the darkness to a new light. Boom, you're there. Now you're feeling yourself. You're 11 now. What's up? I'm 11 nigga, yeah. Now I'm a 12 tribe nigga now. I'm a 12 this, and I'm a 12 star motherfucker this. Now I'm a 12 planet motherfucker. You know, see the 12 stars, 12 planet? Now you 13. You getting it? Now I'm the 13th son. I'm the 13th rider. Now I'm the 13th. That means you moved into the tree of, now you're moving into that human knowledge of tree of good and evil. You never sat back and enjoyed the tree of life. I was already perfect. It was already perfect. Voodoos and clowns. Vodoo to Clowns. So I was picking something up, and I'm noticing that folks are defending voodoo. Not only am I understanding what's picking up is more voodoo in Jamaica and Haiti than anywhere when it comes to the Americans, the black American. All right, and the black American is making connections to its islander brothers and sisters. Where in Cuba there is, in other places. Let me get this presentation out. This is on the fly. This is not pre anything. Let me just shorten this. Okay, we got that. All right, we get up out of this right here. Hold on, folks. This is something for those who's getting this video here. All right, so let's get this in real quick. So fast this takes to load up. Should go pretty fast. Something that I was wanting to bring up. It's an old dip too. I got so many. Oh, here we go. I'm glad it rearranged. Here we go. Here we go. I've seen it too. Here we go. Now. Oh, that's not it. Oh, that's not it. That's not it. Must be way down here. Hold on. So anyway, I'm looking for these photos on screen. My friend is talking to you guys. So what I had noticed, that when they flooded Louisiana, that pushed the voodoo religion and voodoo culture more into the Americas, into around the waters, and they moved inwards. But when you notice when they move inwards, who they have to see first? Who do they have to see first? For you guys on the TV screen, you're seeing the presentation. We'll drop that on you right there. Thou shalt not worship any idol. Second commandment. What are you doing? What are you doing? But to the voodoo part. That's part of voodoo, the signatures and stuff, the sigils. Look up the word sigil. All right, where is this photo? More Vodoo to Clowns. All right. Put on a Greek hat. Scriptures say they killed their brother and went over to the what? The Greek hat. Side 5. But going back to you guys who's not seeing this video presentation, you say, well, why would you talk to us while you're making a video? Because the stuff that I'm working with right now is new stuff, but I'm meshing some stuff that normally shouldn't go together. So I'm in a development platform. I need this photo to make a point, and I don't have the I don't have the hands-on crew to prepare these presentations while we get the picture in our heads on what we're trying to say to you guys. Oh man, this is too many videos. I mean, there's too many photos to go through to make this point. I'm getting upset because I like things to move a little smoother. But anyway, let's see if we find it. I'm not gonna find it. Oh my goodness. Okay, this is the point. We're gonna get to this. We'll get to this like this. I'm just found this one photo to share with the people, and then we can leave that like that. Where's this photo at? All right. Okay, we'll use this one here. With the Dogon from Brother Malachi York. The ancient status proved that the Dogons mixed with reptilians. So we have that picture from voodoo to clowns. Now the purpose of this, we're going to make on this. We're going to try to describe this, get the basis of what we're talking about. In the book of Jasher, in the beginning, the black man, we said this before. So this is actually part 2 to monkeys, clowns, and circus tents. So Vodoo to Clowns is more like part 2. Letter to a Soldier's Death Wish, Letter to a Soldier's Broken Heart. This is all intertwined with these things. It's all going to head to a point in the near future. Now these voodoos, in this aspect, people talk about the Dogon. All right, and the Dogon wears this double-crossed hat. And that double cross means Luciferian in the Pelskin language, in the dog language. All right, because dogs can't speak language, they'll give you a sound like this, or they'll cross their paws. And so if you see a cross paw in dog language, they're telling you they submit probably. You see a dog do this, you know what I mean? He's taking his orders. So the Dogon or the Dogon will happen to be maybe black dogs or black beast, like the white beast or the white dog. All right. Somehow they may or may not have mixed with the Neanderthal species, the Yoslings. This is in the Coben Bible. Now we're talking about genetic mixing, genetic code, genetic interbreeding and stuff of this nature. It's nothing new that's happening right now. in this same breath, now they're perfected bodies. See, when they became teenagers, they couldn't grow anymore. So they have temper tantrums and stuff like that, just like children. And so let's speed it up. Back to what it has to do with voodoo and this magic. Remember, Dogon. The Dogon and a lot of African Americans and black studies worship and tell you that we come from the ancient Dogons because they were so intelligent. Now I'm seeing a pattern here that every time a black teacher or a black scholar or a black prophet or a black messenger always talking about voodoo. And the production of the voodoo is you'll see people dressed up all over the world with clown makeup on. Halloween, what you do? Makeup. Valentine's Day, what you get to do? You put your mascara on and do what? Cover up. So voodoo and being a clown is synonymous to covering something up. You're covering that you broke. You're covering because you need spirits to justify your means. You're covering up because you need a dead spirit because the spirit of life is not with you. So it's logical for an empty shell with a soul that has no God to gravitate to the Dogon tribe, to gravitate to worshiping the sun, to gravitate to worshiping trees, gold, sex, money, murder. It's logical through the black community. That's very logical because you'll absorb that, sure, cool, but you won't reflect the punishment with that. What's up, family? You won't reflect the punishment that goes with that. The tree of life and the tree of good and evil. What's missing in both of them? The tree of good and evil is not in the tree of life. So what are you using? What are we using to determine life in a good and evil society? And the good and evil that is in individual personalities, in the personality of a group. I believe they call that group consciousness. Don't they have a thing called the conscious community? So in this one consciousness, whether it's conscious community in Harlem, what's up, folks? Glad y'all reading something, teaching, trying to teach something. But the voodoo, and didn't the young boy that where all the people died, he was on his what? Voodoo tour, where the people died, and you see all the Satan worshiping thing. No, voodoo is what? An Africa American connection to who? Their motherland. And everybody is saying, well, how come we haven't went back to the motherland? Because unless you are a child of voodooism and being clowntastic and being without a life soul, I mean a life spirit, then it makes sense. So maybe you might not be African American, but you want to be one so bad that we'll just take your pretentious attitude. Maybe we will just market your desire to want to be black and African. Your friends and family, and we get books. Your God gave you the internet and your Bibles and stuff. He told you can pour a spirit on all flesh, but you still want to be African American. You want to be voodoo. You want to put on eyelashes and cover some stuff up. Let's go to this next reel. All right, so this is the break for the ones who's watching the live video so we can interact. Anybody want to chime in? You can chime in. I would love for somebody to ask questions or let's have a dialogue about what's coming out of my motherfucking mouth. And if it makes sense, and if you see it, then hey, let's get with it. Now, we all seen the pictures of the children with tails and shit like that. So we're not gonna go back to that boring shit. We've seen that. We know that they have children born with tails. Let's get back to this voodoo stuff. Alright, sorry those who watch the screen on my pictures. What the fuck is that? I don't know why that's in my shit. Big ups to them. Now for these people, I have a list of books on here that I read from. Some of them were gone, some of them were damaged, because I can never get my library up without going through some shit. But you see these books that we have here. Now I'm gonna show this one folks what the double cross mean. What that just do? What did that just do? Hold on. Library. Alright, here we go. Alright. Let's get back to this voodoo and clowns. Alright. Now, you see Baphomet with this person here. See? See, this is what we're gonna hit you with right here. We'll hit you up with this. Alright? We okay with this, right? We okay with that. This chick, their abs like a dude, looks like a man, and if she cut her nipples off, if she could literally cut her breasts off, she would literally look like a dude. Confusing. That's called mascara, covering up, soulless, ignorant of self, wanting to be something that you're not. And the black woman celebrates that. Is that not true, black woman? Black woman, black African woman, black African American woman. Do you not celebrate this? Do you not celebrate the same so-called woman that doesn't even look like she's not even natural? You accept this as being a part of your character, part of your attributes of being independent. So now, black woman, you saying that you're independent from the tree of life when you accept another woman altering or transitioning what the tree of life has already delivered her. Mother Earth has gave you this body and form. Mother Earth has prepared you with her nipples to feed the woman, and she turned around and do this to Mother Earth and Father Spirit and to humanity. So-called black man, you did the same thing. Voodoo to clowns. Come on, man. Come on, man. Real shit. Everybody wants respect as a man. Everybody wants respect as a woman. Or I'll kill you. Or I'll call my brother. You'll always call some motherfucking body else, but you'll only except call yourself on your own shit. And admit that, you know what? I'm a deranged motherfucker. From a deranged black culture. I'm from a traumatic tribe. That's what the black culture is called. The tribe is called trauma tribe. I'm from the tribe of trauma. If we're not traumatizing and making things dramatic, and then can't dance on it, you ain't black. You ain't us. And you bet not come here with this tree of life shit, nigga. Yeah, who's fucking and sucking today? What time is it on the East Coast? 9:15. Midwest is about 7. And over there it's about 5. Everybody about to wake up about who we gonna murder, how we gonna keep supporting our insanity. That it's okay to alter what the Mother Earth and Father Spirit has given us. And it's not my fault I'm born black. Yes, it's not my fault that I'm born this way. Yes, it is. Because when you say I was born like that or was born like this, you've already acknowledged your choices. You have already acknowledged your choices. Those on the screen when I shoot this video, you've already acknowledged your choices. I hope Facebook don't fuck with it. You know, hit you up with this one. It's called osculum infame. All right, for all you who like to, I like watching girls. I love watching. I like looking up on their bodies. I mean, it's just a unique thing that it comes in so many different forms, and so it's nothing lustful, but it's just their appreciation. You know. Oh shit! Hold on. Okay, here we go. I have to get my equipment back up. Better go to that. But oscular infame is the name of witches, voodoo, ritual greeting upon meeting with the devil. The shameful kiss, the kiss of shame, since it involved kissing the devil's anus, his other mouth. Tree of life, mwah, you kiss on your cheek, lips. Mwah, how you doing, honey? How you doing, mama? How you doing, sister? You greet your brother. You kiss him on his hand. What's up, bro? Dad, uncle. But when you start kissing their ass to get along, when you start kissing their ass to get rich, when you start kissing their ass to get some coochie and some sex, it says yes, the other mouth. It said, yeah, they are forked tongue people. They kiss you with the same mouth they kissing somebody else's ass with. Osculum infame. You want to be famous, don't you? You got to kiss some what? Some osculum. Hey, Hood. Hey, go and tell my voice, you look, man, I'm going to go kiss me some osculum. Yeah, I ain't got no teeth. Shit, I gotta go buy some teeth, man. Damn, they go buy some teeth. So that's what I'm you look like this. That's what my shit. Teeth. Anyway, so I don't want you to kiss my osculum. I don't want you to do that because I'm not gonna do yours. I'm not gonna kiss your other mouth. And with the same mouth I kiss with the Most High. I ain't gonna do it. Not good at it. And so this is the voodoo of the witches of always wanting to kiss up to somebody. Not keeping it 100, not keeping it 1,000, not, all that. So we see that with this, we're Housewives of Atlanta Star. Lawrence Washington is out very, and this is from TMZ per se, exclusive territory. They've been together for months, and so people didn't want to understand this because now Tyler Perry, I'm reading from TMZ, got a tip. Boom News, Real Housewives of Atlanta Star. Listen, listen to what I'm saying. Check out the Vodoo To Clowns. Real Housewives of Atlanta Star, Lawrence Washington, outs Tyler Perry. We've been together for months. Now, whether this is true or not, the point is, Real Housewives, Lawrence Washington. That's makeup. That's a cover up. That is denying Mother Earth and it's the Spirit, God of life. If you deny those, what do you have left? You fucking clowns. This is only for those that the shoe fit. Once again, we say this is not personal to anybody group. We're just talking to the outside force, the electrons. Yeah, we want this Megatron and the Megaton, and this is not. We're gonna keep it simple. The electrons out of the 666, 6 electrons, 6 protons, and 6 neutrons. So soon we're gonna stay in our neutron zone, where the Spirit and Mother Earth can do their will, and wisdom can guide us. We're gonna sit right there in the neutron. We're gonna turn it up to the 9. Stay right there. Chill out. You ain't go no further. It's already perfect. I ain't gotta do shit. So now we get the proton. That's the barrier. That's the protective Garden of Eden. Next slide. See, people who's watching this video, who's getting the presentation, and they're hearing the words, but the picture don't fit the words. So I have to fix that. I know exactly what I'm talking about too. I know exactly where I'm at in my mind. Electrons, protons. So the Garden of Eden is the neutron. The proton is the cherubim and the seraphim that protects the proton. That's the proton right there. All right, let's get this. Let's get up out of that. Voodoo and clowns. So, in this picture, I have the sister with a picture of heads here. All right. But there's one I want to share with you that was so important. This picture here. Now, mind you, the electron is outside of the garden. Fuck. Why something cannot be recorded? I think I know why. I think I know why. I can't. I hope this doesn't turn out what I think it's gonna turn out to be. I'm gonna get so upset. All right. See. Oh, I'm gonna be so upset. I know what. Let me try this. I might have to start this over. It's not this video. Give me a minute, folks. All right, let me clear this out. I know what's wrong. All right, we back up here. Let me see. Okay, where's the video at? All right, check. All right, video back. All right. Now, something's not right here. What's wrong with my video? Oh, man, this is some bullshit now. This is some bullshit. My app is not working on my presentation for some reason. Something just happened. And that's very unusual. All right. Select camera to create video. All right. I'm already doing that. I've been recording. All right. this is messed up. Before it was the audio, now it's something else. That's crazy. Yeah, it doesn't even have the effects behind my dip. I know, let me try this. All right, we don't want that. We don't want that. Oh, my background is not there. Oh, I'm sorry, folks. You ever had somewhere where it gets good, right? You know what I mean? You're starting to get comfortable, and then you just want to know, like, what's that about? All right. So my effects is not working. So I guess what's happening is exactly what had happened before. So we're going to try this. What's going to happen is we'll get into this flick right here. Now, those who can't see what I'm not looking at, there's a frog holding up a crescent moon with a serpent with his face in the moon with a phoenix or some type of bird that was written on the dude that got murdered, got his head, got his neck crushed. That's written on his chest with all this water or drops or maybe sperm drops. Voodoo clowns. Voodoo to clowns. Now, the electrons, this is what we're talking about, electrons. We're talking about the 666, and we mean by how you're going to turn your 666 into a 999 and chill the fuck out. Mind your business. And so you can eat, so you can enjoy your inheritance from the tree of life. He says, the tree of life is your inheritance. If anybody know what that means, get this picture. We'll say it again. All right, it's like this. In the neutral, but you're in your neutron. You're in your atomic state. Your Earth is not even on you. None of this is on you. This is your makeup. This is what's in your DNA strand. This is your building block of a DNA. We'll get to the RNA, the message. I mean, the DNA, the messenger, and RNA, the one who receives the message. The two witnesses. Now, in your neutron is the Garden of Eden, where Tree of Life lives. I'm getting a picture. I'm telling y'all this picture, all right? I'm sharing what you has been sharing with me. We have written down, but that would be in the book, though. Right now, these videos, we're just giving you the outer shell before we give you the inner shell when the book comes. For the letter to a soldier's death wish, letter to a soldier's broken heart, and the science and stuff that goes along with all that. Believe you're with us. And we practice it, we live it, try it. And if your life don't change for the better, then let us know. And we won't talk or make videos anymore. We won't make another video, anything. But since it's been over 15 years, glory be to the Most High, here we go again. Get your pens and paper ready, because the screens might mess up, something might mess up, I don't know. Anywho, so now, in your your neutron, you absorb what we call universal logic, universal laws, all right? And that includes the earth, the planet, everything in and around it. Cool. Neutral. You don't add to it, you don't take away from it. You enjoy what it has to offer. In the neutron place, that allows you to receive universal knowledge, power, oneness, one body, unity in that tree of life. With the more Eden, your usual space. Now, the proton will protect the neutral spot. That's why it's called pro. Pro football, pro hockey. You can't turn pro if you haven't been what? You know what I mean? Who wants to be a minor without enjoying the fruits of what? The major leagues. So now in this major league, the proton, it protects that area, that neutron area. Because it comes out the life, it comes out of all good, and it comes out of the all-powerful oneness called the proton. So through this divine power of oneness, it was able to absorb and take on what? Electrons, called the magnetic field. There's that border between life and death. It says, don't eat from that tree, that border, because you'll die. Universal logic is the essence of the electron. Where do you think the electron got its power from to be elected, or an L, or God? See the L? That's where the L came from. Electron, elder. And you turn that into what? Voodoo and clowns. God. And since you wanted to be God, you turned out, the motherfucker turned that God into dog. So now everything is in reverse now. So now you live in what? Good and evil. What's the tree? Good and evil. Just share that with you. So now, good and evil is synonymous. Murder is good, but evil to somebody. Just like God is a dog, and a dog is a God to somebody. And with enough elemental shit, or enough God wannabe shit, enough voodoo, and enough covering, we can look like and act like and think like and deceive, get paid for it, and won't nobody know. Give it some names, because we have the power to name it. Christ, Jesus, this, that, Islam. Remix it. And who would be the wiser? What was my son? Who would be the wiser? So I'm going to tell you this vision I had. Now it makes sense. Share something with y'all with this YouTube clip. This is it. Oh, that was the YouTube. All right. We're going here to the search bar. China creates a new sun. China creates a new sun. China creates a new sun. Not S-O-N, motherfucker. Maybe you might show something else. Okay. All right, here we go. I'm going to tell you this vision. And I said it before. Now, I just want to... I can use this. No, matter of fact, I just found one better. I don't need all that.
Google Fi,
No.
a phone plan by Google.
No, this is the one I want right here.
That.
I want y'all to hear this real quick. All right? Before I tell y'all about this, and I want y'all to look at this. I want y'all to check it out and research it for yourself.
This video is being shared on social media platforms with the claim that it shows China's launch of an artificial sun into the sky. According to news reports, recent experiments revealed that the experimental advanced superconducting tokamak, or the East nuclear fusion reactor, also known as artificial sun, delivered a temperature of 158 million degrees Fahrenheit or 70 million degrees Celsius for 1056 seconds, approximately 18 minutes. This is higher than the temperature normally provided by the sun. A researcher at the Institute of Plasma Physics of the Chinese Academy of Sciences, who is in charge of the experiment, said, "The ultimate goal..."
You hear that? Of the sun. How hotter than the sun? I'm gonna read this photo to you guys. And I said it before. We said it before, and y'all be thinking Kim Folk is on some other shit. Listen to these voodoo niggas, these witchcraft folks. One of my favorite writing, like one of these things I keep reading to y'all. Vodoo to Clowns. I want to read this to y'all, man. China created a new sun, right? Look at the photos I'm looking for too. They're coming up next. After I show you this. After we show you this. After we show you this. Hold on. Where's it at? Here it comes. Here it comes. Here it comes up. Here it comes. Here it comes. Here it go. Right here. Boom. I want to show this to y'all. Right here. Okay. Right here. Alright. Blow it up. It says this. And the Lord smote. This is out of the book of Jasher. Get the book of Jasher, family. Y'all get, I'll put the video up too with the presentations so y'all can see what we're talking about. And the Lord smote the 3 divisions that were there, and he punished them according to their works and designs. And those who said we were ascend to heaven. I'm reading this out of a thing, man. I'm going to show you where it's a book of Jasher, and I'm telling you what's been going on, and it's going on to this very day. All right? They want to go to heaven. Now, you just found out that China did what? Send a sun up there, their version of a sun that's hotter than the original sun. So the tree of life sun is no longer useful in a good and evil world. See that? The tree of life, moon, is no good in the good and evil world. In other words, the creator's heaven and stars of firmament is no longer useful because they got their own God of good and evil. The great deception. It says also at the bottom of it, there was one that says the Lord will. It says there were some other ones who developed arrows. A rocket is an arrow. Is it not pointing? A nuclear warhead or a missile is it not pointing or like a stylus? That's their middle finger saying, fuck this heaven you got up here. We create our own. We're trying to start creating the sun and their false moons and their copying of humanity and the copying of everything on the planet. They're copying from the remembrance of the tree of life and making their own in this realm. Excuse me for a minute. Let that soak in for a minute. Voodoo to Clowns. That's going to come up next. Now, we're going to bring it to a head. And we have 56 minutes. We're doing really good. Hold on, folks. Come on, folks. Don't knock my cord out. All right. I'm a little disappointed. I can't put my little background back here. We'll try it again, see what it do. I don't want no fuzzy. Nope, it ain't letting me. That's cool. I'm gonna keep that background right there. Yeah, I'm gonna leave that right there for the people right there. Put this back up. All right. Let's see if I can make this bigger. Yes, there you go. Make that bigger. Or you can see it. All right. Coffee. Morning medication. We said we do not condone any recreational drug use or drinking. But if you're going through some shit, it's gonna help you be productive and not counterproductive and anybody else around you. Happy hustle. But if that shit's making you counterproductive, it's making shit fall around you, and you happy with that shit, be wise to quit. Because when you fall, won't be nobody else around to pick you up. Picture that, right? You helping everybody else around you fall, but when you need to get picked up, you wondering like, where's everybody at? How I know? Because I'm living the opposite. Y'all can imagine somebody doing the opposite of what I'm doing. They fucked. Like they ain't making no videos. I'm telling you that. That's for sure. Voodoo to Clowns. Voodoo to Clowns. So let's get into this history of black culture. Remember, you're from Egypt. You're from Arcadia. You're from the seed of Abraham, Israel, to who was Malcolm X, Shabazz, the Bays. Oh, I'll kill you. You use the L, but the word Bays and L's. We was kings. Well, we're gonna tell you your ancestors' history. Voodoo to Clowns. All right. I didn't make this shit up. I just have my. I'm just letting you. Hey, you can kill the messenger all you want to. But like you said, can't kill the soul, baby. Can't take the soul. You can take this shell. But that proton and that neutron, you can't get past those two gates. That's how we twining in. So that's where that serpent thing come in at. Dragon knowledge. So don't deem anyway. So let's get this fire. That's how we got the Black Panther. You'll see Scream Me with the Black Panther on here. In this video. This should be Black Panther dip. So here's your history again. Nubia, Nuwapian, Nation Islam, the black man, the black, whatever you want to call, whatever religion you want to juggle with. It said that the first civilization, no matter where the fuck it was at, this is their one language, one world record called Babel. That's why you babble a lot, meaning talk, right? And when you babble and talk enough, you have to write that shit down, right? So eventually, after all that motherfucking talking, after tablets, scrolls, and this and that, you develop. This is how you evolve from a babble, blah 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 blah, to book. Bible to a book. And this book that I have is called the New American Bible, which means many books, or many motherfuckers what? Babylonian. They're Babylonian. You like that? That's for you and me, who's ever been watching. See, we go. See, every video is different. Every moment is different. Let's share with y'all that when we make these videos, even though they be long as fuck, we're talking from the neutron and the proton perspective, while the barrier of the electron is on its way out, never making its way in. That's why that's why it's attractive to the mind, body, and the what? Soul. I got 3. Told those 3 6s into what? 9. That's 18. I mean, you've grown up from 13. So you still at what? Perfection. You pause, wait for 19. Why? Because 1 plus 9 is what? Off and on switch again. 1's and 0. See the on and off switch in life? Shh. Don't tell nobody, man. Let's get back to this.